All right, we're taking a look at the last two bars of Lubeck, hands together. So we're going to take the same strategy that we utilized for hands alone and apply it here. So we're going to start with just the last two chords. Now, when you're practicing like this, it makes a lot of sense to actually make sure you're comfortable with each chord first. So we're going to play the last chord. Left hand will play C and E. I'm going to use 3-1. And right hand's going to play the last C. Just play that together, just the last chord. Literally the last chord. So play that a few times, make sure you're comfortable. Okay. Once you are, we're going to go to the second to last chord. Okay. And we're always going to build from the bottom to the top. So left hand, then right hand. Bass is G. Tenor is F, 5-1. Right hand is B and D, alto soprano. So G, F, B, D. So again, I'm building bottom to top. There's my chord. And then I'm going to go to the last chord, C, E, C. And notice how I'm giving myself a chance to build it up. G, F, B, D, C, E, C. Build it up a few times. And then you can play it as a block. G, F, B, D, here we go. And go to the last chord, C, E, C. Okay, let's do that again. So G, F, B, D. And this time in tempo. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Again. 1 and 2 and 3. Again. 1 and 2 and 3. And again. 1 and 2 and 3. One more time. 1 and 2 and 3. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back one chord. Again, we're going to take the same strategy. We're going to build it up. So left hand's a G octave, G and G. The right hand is C and D with 2 and 3. So G, G, C, D. And then we're going to build the next chord, G, F, B, D, like that. And again, you can practice building it a couple times. G, G, C, D, G, F, B, D. By building it up, it allows you to think of one note at a time. And then when you're ready, you can play it together. Here we go. So first chord, and now the second chord, G, F, B, D, together. And notice how I'm building it up, and then playing it as a block, and then building the next one, and then playing it as a block chord, like that. And then we can go to the last chord. And then the final step is to put it in rhythm. Here we go. Be ready on the first chord. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Once again, so before you even start, find the notes. Ready, and 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, one more time at the same tempo. Here we go. Ready, and 1 and 2 and 3. Very good. All right. And then, of course, speed that up in your practice. So, work it up a little bit with metronome. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the previous bar. And we're going to combine it from beat 4. Same strategy. Okay, so left hand is C and G, 5-1. Right hand is C and E, 1-3. So build it up and play it as a block. Okay, like that. And then we got to get to our next chord. Left hand goes to a G, G, and the right hand shifts down to C, D. So now we're going to practice that transition. Okay, let's go back to the first chord. So it's C, G, C, E on beat 4. Play it as a block. And then build your next chord. G, G, C, D, and then as a block. Okay. So notice we're just focusing on the ones that I just highlighted there, just those 2 beats. Once again, find the first chord and play it. Find your second chord and play it together. Once you've done that a few times and you feel like you're finding it okay, then block both of them. All right? Here we go. First chord. Find your second chord. Let's do that again. Find the first chord and play it. Now the second chord. Find it. Very good. And now we're going to do it in tempo. Find your first chord. 3 and 4 and 1. Once again, same thing. Find your first chord. 3 and 4 and 1. That's it. Once again. First chord. 3 and 4 and 1. Okay? Just make sure that you do shift the right hand to 2, 3 on the C, D. Okay? All right, so now we're going to combine what we've learned so far. Now, when you go to combining sections, it makes a lot of sense to review. All right? So before we even combine it, let's review from the downbeat of the last bar. Okay, so let's build it up again. G, G, C, D, 2, 3 in the right hand. Then the next chord, G, F, B, D. And the last chord, C, E, C. Okay, let's do that one more time, building it up. G, G, C, D, G, F, B, D, and then C, E, C. And now back to blocks. Here we go. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Okay? And now let's combine it from beat 4 of the previous bar. Here we go. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. One more time. 3 and